Welcome back to Mobs of Dragon. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Chris.
Alright, so...
Oh, we just got paid.
Neat. Yeah, sure, why not?
We're picking up where immediately after we left
where
off.
we left off. Right, so Selfie and Irvin. Exchange Zell for her. Alright, might as well get the Pandemonic card. Shouldn't take very long.
If it takes too long, we'll cut it out.
It's like the only rare card he has, and the rules around here shouldn't be too annoying. Crap, he wants to... Okay, those aren't too bad.
You outclass them anyway.
Ah, darn it. That's not using it yet.
Oh well.
Yeah, you want to watch out when you see them taking a while to make their choices. That's indicative that they really know what they're doing.
Yeah, he seems to really know what he's doing. Yeah, playing defensively is probably your best bet. Just Zell
yeah,
on
he
top.
can't win.
Yeah. Can aces get subtracted?
I mean, yeah, but he didn't have anything that could have broken it.
Well, I was just asking.
Ah, darn it. Oh, well, it's better than Elemental, at least. Just notice the music stop out like that.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. Ah, crap, he's making me start.
I think Hexadragons might refine into Dragon Fangs.
I don't think they refine. I don't think Dragon Fangs can be refined. Alright, let's see if I can bait him into this. Ha, sucker. Okay, that's fine.
Alright, you should probably mention Lionheart at some point.
Oh, right, yeah, so, later, so we actually did pretty much figure out that you can get Squall's ultimate weapon before you get to Disc 3 when you would find the, whatchamacallit, the magazine that would have the blueprints. So what you need is, what is it, one adamantine? Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Which you can get from well, you could have stolen one from the BGH 251F2 fight in Fisherman's Horizon, but you can also get them from Adamantois on the beach right here to the west of Dalit. You also need Dragon Fangs, which you can get those as, I think, a drop from Blue Dragons, which you can fight in the areas around here in Trabia.
I think they're more common in forests, though.
Yeah, if you go into the forests around here, they should be easier to find. And then you need 12 pulse ammo, which is a little tricky, because,
But we did find something from an earlier area where we can get them.
we currently have 10 pulse ammo, but, to get it, the easiest ways to do it are to fight Behelmals in the deserts around Galbadia.
But it's a rare drop.
Yeah, it is kind of rare.
Otherwise...
They drop laser cannons, which can refine into 5 pulse ammo shots. The only other thing would be energy crystals, I think they're called, which only drop off a monster called El Noils, which are in this area, but that is not accessible right now.
Their card, I think.
Yeah, and those things, yeah, you need like 10 of them though for it to refine. But those things are no laughing matter, so if you ever fight them, I would be very careful.
The Helmels, by this point, should be pretty much harmless.
If you're as powerful, anywhere near as powerful as we are, you could practically two-shot them, probably.
Well, you could one-shot them if you have death.
Well, yeah, the death junction to your weapon, that is. Ah, darn it.
You turn completely around.
I know. Yeah, and with Balaam Garden mobile now, you
Alright, warn them about Galbadia Garden.
right. So with Balaam Garden mobile now, you have access to a lot of side quests now. So after we go to Trabia Garden, we're gonna have to go to a place down here at the tip of Centra right there. But you want to be very careful about it, because there's two ways you can get onto that landmass. First, there's a beach right about here, then there's a beach somewhere on the other side too. But do not take this one if you've already been to Trabia, because you will accidentally run into Galbadia Garden, which is hovering over a forest next to that area. And if you get too close to it, you will accidentally trigger the end game portion of this part of the game, which you
probably don't want to do.
Especially if you use Renoa as a character in your main group, I wouldn't do that, because she does become unavailable for a while after that. Okay, and Trabia Garden is right there. Oh dear, that is unfortunate.
Sad.
There's probably a lot of damage.
Focusing on Renoa is probably a very foolish idea.
Yeah, Renoa is unavailable for quite a while in the Disc 3 portion, which if you were only focusing on her as one of your... Well, if you were only focusing on 3 of your party members and she was one of them, that can really hurt you.
You want to know something, Jeffrey?
What's that?
In the second half of Final Fantasy VI, Terra becomes unavailable for quite some time.
Yeah, wasn't she like the main character of it or something?
At first, you could say she is. I mean, a lot of people consider Celis a main character. But, anyway. She'll fall way behind other characters because of how long it takes to get her.
Oh dear, this looks bad.
So she better not be your strongest like Renoa would be in this.
Nah, I doubt there's any monsters around here. Okay, now I really do not like Trabia's card rules, but this girl right here has Selfie's card, which is actually surprisingly really good.
The song sounds too happy.
I mean, some of them are alive at least. Not really. Oh, I've been looking after her all right. Aww. What's wrong? Are you dying? That's not like Squall at all. Rhyming. Whatever. No.
What's the draw?
I don't think it's anything important, but Oh. So, yeah.
What are you doing?
What's it look like I'm doing?
You disgust me. Get out of my face.
I'm fired, right?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Ted Turner. I think there's an item back here somewhere. No. That was pointless. Is that an assault rifle?
Yep.
Hey, Irvin, why don't you take that? No one will
What
notice.
kind is it? Is it real?
I mean, I don't think so. It could be based off a real one, but I don't recognize it. Hey, buddy. What was your name and number again? Oh, wow. We could bribe you for an A? Yep. Something that really bothers me is that Galbadian Garden doesn't take on all these students.
So
We pretty much just left them here as refugees.
the children have to fend for themselves in the wild.
Yeah, pretty much.
The monsters out... Some of the monsters out here are really vicious, like the snow lions. Those things are huge and look like they're bloodthirsty. This is very irresponsible.
Actually, there is supposed to be a treasure somewhere nearby the gargoyle statue. Right, it's one of the Weapons Monthly magazines.
We don't need it.
Man, I might as well grab it anyway. Yeah, I could tell you were the tech squad. You look like a tech squad. Let me guess, all the others are dead. Save real quick. That's unfortunate.
We must write an obituary.
Wow, this is really depressing. No, he's not. He's in horrible pain at all moments.
Prepare taps, Jeffrey.
Nah, I don't have a trumpet. I am not singing into this mic.
Yes, you will. To honor that bear's sacrifice.
You gonna make me, boy? I honored that bear's sacrifice by blowing up a bunch of Galbadians. Get out of my way. Ah, darn it. Okay, good. He's gone. It's okay. He's dead. Stop telling me what to do, woman. Gosh. Okay, let's see.
Can we... Are you gonna do that now, or...
Yeah, might as well. Alright, there it is. Yeah, it's so close to the edge, you probably would have missed it otherwise.
So much for a hidden treasure. That's in plain sight to them.
Ooh. Pretty sure that this is the last one before Lionheart. That's Zell's ultimate, I believe.
Go back to that. It sounds like it is. See? The bottom sentence.
Oh, right, yeah. Only Gunblade more powerful is the Lionheart. This is Renoa's second to last, which...
That's easy to make.
Yeah, that's some easy stuff. We probably have all that stuff, except maybe the Mesmerized Blade, which...
easy.
They're the bite bug... Well, wait, no, I think there are bite bugs in Trabia, but
bugs here.
Mesmerizes are also quite common. That
They're
is
the geezards of this
This
place.
is Queestus's ultimate, and that is really annoying to make. Energy crystals are really hard to get.
And Malboro tentacles.
Yeah, I will play her for a selfies card later, but I think they use the random rule in Trabia, so that could get a little messy. Oh, that looks dangerous.
Jeffrey, I think you should get out of there.
Wait, huh? Yeah, this is like the only draw point I know of in the game that has this spell. Ah, only 5.
Squall, you have failed us for the last time.
Yeah, what that one does is it makes your limit breaks occur far more often. Mr. President, I'm not sure you're qualified to deal with this missile.
The Trabia missile crisis.
There's no more threat. How do you know there's no more threat of an explosion? If it falls over, it could crush someone.
I think that's the least of your worries.
Gee, I wish the faculty was a little more reliable. Yeah, that's the first thing I look for in a teacher. If they know how to deal with a giant missile that didn't explode upon impact.
Again, that's the least of your worries. That thing could go off at any minute.
The ball rolled under that. Wait, there's a ball right next to you, though. I mean, am I the only one that sees that?
Yeah, but it's dirty.
I mean, you could probably get under there, too. It looks like you could crawl under. And then this happens. I mean, there's this flashback segment here that I find completely unbelievable.
Another orphanage flashback.
Yeah. I mean, really, the first and only orphanage flashback, really, other than those points when Squall had those really depressing dreams.
Okay. Because I know it happened before.
Actually, Queesus, that's exactly what she's trying to do. She is, in fact, trying to do that. More so than you'd think. Yeah, what kind of thinking?
What are you thinking about?
I'm sorry, Renoa, I don't feel the same way. I reject all of your advances.
But Destiny has already shipped that.
Yes, I know. This title sequence has shipped them, so that's what's bound to happen, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
So it doesn't happen in your head.
Hey, Irvin, back off, buddy. She's mine. And I think all you have to do is start to walk away, and... no, you can't walk away. Oh, there she is.
What was the point in that ball?
I don't know. Jump scare, maybe? It didn't work very well, if that's the case.
Why the heck would that be a jump scare?
Take me with you when you fight this. I mean, you have one of the best limit breaks in this game, so yeah, I'm gonna take you. Alright, I'm imagining that she's saying this really cheerfully, and that's kind of worrying.
You want to know something, Jeffrey?
What's that?
Every time that I've tried to use Selfie's limit break, whenever I get the end, I accidentally skip over
Yeah,
it.
I have done that once. I was really upset. No, there's no way to do this peacefully.
We're talking about people that were willing to burn Balaam to the ground.
Over one person.
Yeah.
Maybe someone really smart. You trying to say something? Am I not really smart? What are you getting at?
Exactly, Squall.
If someone could come up with something, that'd be great. If you could come up with something, that'd be great. And then Squall goes on monologuing in his head. You know, sometimes I feel like he thinks he's saying it and then gets confused with why people are getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, don't say
Just
anything.
walk off screen, Squall. Why are you directing thoughts at someone and expecting an answer? He'd be a lot better of a character if he actually vocalized these opinions.
Oh, okay. She gets it.
Thank God someone said that. Pansy.
Well, I guess she needs a safe space.
Not at all. In fact, I don't even get why you people still work together.
I don't think they have good chemistry.
None of you people seem to like one another. Is she just saying that because she's a low level? Jeez, Irvin, stop spreading it around everywhere.
Nothing but net.
Wasn't even a three-pointer. That's not impressive. Just had to have a flashback sequence somewhere in this. Has there been a Final Fantasy that hasn't had a flashback sequence? I don't believe there has been. Except maybe the first one.
Well, yeah. Because the characters didn't have a backstory to have a flashback for.
Irvy. Jeez, Irvin, you were 4. Wait a minute. Sephi. Well, I don't see any connection there.
Sephiroth was a girl?
Good God. I mean, I feel like most of the houses in this world have been stone. An old house made of stone by the ocean? Oh. Apparently they all just so happened to live in the same orphanage.
Wow!
And apparently none of them remembered. I squeezed this wearing suspenders. Oh, look who it is.
I can't think of any...
Oh my God, Squall's dead.
I can't think of any game with...
This many plot conveniences.
This is like The Great Gatsby. Right?
A lot of plot conveniences for an American classic. Sis, where'd you go? You don't like me anymore? Yeah, Squall, newsflash, that was you.
You coming down with something?
Nah, I'm fine.
Because if you are, and I get sick...
Relax, I don't really want to touch it.
Good. Because I don't want to catch whatever virulent disease you might be carrying.
I believe it's pronounced virulent.
You know what? Shut up.
You shut up. Have you people all had brain tumors or something? How'd you all forget about this? Oh, look who it is. Cypher, who's apparently wearing the exact...
Zell is the one concerned with rules? That seems highly unlikely.
Look at Cypher wearing the exact same shirt he's still wearing today. Did he really not remember getting adopted? He's like 5.
I'm pretty sure you would remember being adopted.
And apparently that doesn't traumatize him at all. What other bully do we know? Oh, there it is.
Did Cypher just say nya 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 nya?
Yep, that's exactly what he did.
Even back then, he wasn't a very good bully.
Cypher was always Cypher. Always crying and screaming.
Well, he still does the
Squall
screaming.
really does not seem to have a very high opinion of Zell, and I don't believe he ever does. Irvin, sorry, don't remember you. Wow, that's just mean. I think you were difficult to deal with. Some things never change.
Now, Jeffrey, I would buy that the Balaam people would be in this orphanage, but not Irvin or Selfie.
Yeah, that's just way too convenient. What was I gonna say? You did notice, though, that Selfie was the only one who he had anything positive to say about.
Okay.
I knew it. Squall's always been in love with her. Yeah, I was there too.
That was... Jeffrey, that's kind of jumping the gun.
No, it isn't. I have shipped it, and therefore it is true.
Okay, weirdo.
Shut up. Friggin' weirdo.
What?
Huh?
Why are you calling me that?
I love how they all just forgot that Squall was there. Standing outside in the rain like a weirdo.
He's gonna get some terrible disease if he's doing that.
Yeah,
like...
he caught the edginess.
Is that why he's an edgelord?
Apparently. And don't forget those other 3 generic kids that we saw run by in the very beginning of this flashback. It means it was destiny. And Renoa's just along for the ride. You didn't even remember who she was. What is that supposed to mean? You sure have a good memory. And there's a reason for that. I don't think I was adopted because of the way I am. Probably the same with Cypher, too. You two must have been in a garden by the age of 5 or so. never mentioned anything about growing up in an orphanage, and nothing about this has ever crossed my mind when I see him. Don't you find that odd? Oh, but trust me, there's a really convenient excuse for that.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, we'll see it in a second. Squall was crying. It sounds like Squall had some severe emotional problems. Why are you always trying to get in my business, woman?
You know what would be funny, Jeff?
Wait, whoa. Couldn't stop thinking about Squall. What?
What?
What the heck is this nonsense? This is getting uncomfortable.
Did she just admit that she was in love with you?
No, she admitted that she thought she was.
Oh, okay.
A misunderstood love. Oh.
She shipped it.
Well, I guess it's doomed to happen now.
Let's see,
Why is it that we forgot?
Hey, Jeffrey.
What's that?
What if Squall had a mental breakdown like Norman Bates?
Maybe he just lost his, that's it, that is possible, but maybe he just lost his memory when he was apparently severely concussed in that fight with Cypher in the very beginning. And that's the excuse. Apparently, GFs take your memory.
Wow!
This never comes up in the story again. I don't think they ever even mention this again. Yeah, they take place in like your...
Jeffrey?
Where are the memories in the brain? Is that the frontal lobe?
I think Jeffrey and Matt... In the context they're using GF, I think girlfriend could fit in.
Oh, never thought of that. Takes a spot in your memory, takes a spot in your brain. They give you their power, but they take a part of you away.
I just came up with that because...
I hadn't junctioned to GF until recently. Alright, Irvin, too much information.
We just established what GF really means. This is a really long cutscene. Series of cutscenes.
Yeah, this is really the only reason I think Balaam has even a chance of winning, because they use these horrible monsters in combat.
Why does no one else use them?
I don't know, it's a bunch of nonsense.
I mean, 10 made it believable.
You
where...
found a GF inside one of the monsters you defeated when you were 12? Why didn't you keep it?
See,
Can't even remember it. Must be the GF's fault. Don't blame yourself or anything.
GFs have feelings too. They're people.
So what do you want to do? You want to stop using the GF now? Yeah, then we'll just be stuck with physical attacks, because for some reason they forget how to use items. Yeah, who cares about our childhoods? I don't want to remember any of you people. You guys annoy me.
Who are you people?
Wait, parents. We've only met your mother.
Who are these people? I think the GFs took my memory.
Matron. Gasp.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This changes everything.
This is a little unsettling. I really don't think this was necessary. This isn't that huge of a plot twist.
I don't remember this version of the song.
I feel like there were several other points where this would do well with the ambiance. This feels unnecessary. Oh, and it stopped.
It cut out just as abruptly as it started.
Yeah, let's let the plot fill in its own,
Holes?
yeah, fill in its own holes. Yeah, we're supposed to murder her. Yeah, what does that mean? Alright, how are we warping around like this?
This is a weird flashback. Not the strangest I've seen. I've seen far, far stranger.
Alright, this is my only real major complaint about the story of this game. It gets just weirdly philosophical at just the oddest points.
The story's not all that great to begin with.
I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, but it's strange.
We all love very much. You guys haven't seen her in at least 10 years.
I have to say, Jeffrey, 4 is probably the hardest Final Fantasy I've ever played.
What is that? Requires too much grinding?
It requires an obscene amount of grinding.
I don't know, 12 kind of does too, but
Well, yeah.
maybe that's just because I suck at it.
But Jeffrey, when you're grinding, you memorize an attack pattern for every single monster. At least that's how I grind.
I mean, clearly you fight her. She's trying to kill you.
God, this is gonna be a long video.
This just feels so out of place.
We've been in this cutscene for more than more than 10 minutes at least.
I'm starting to think the people that wrote Metal Gear might have had a hand in this. Oh wait, no, that can't be right. I can actually follow this. This story actually makes sense.
What?
What?
This is Trabia, a snowy region.
What fairies are they talking about? They mentioned those once before, right?
I believe so. Clues? I don't think we should be doing the investigating.
Yeah, let's maybe not divert our entire I don't even want to call it military. Let's not waste whatever energy that flying building relies on just to satisfy your sentimental urges.
We don't even know how long that thing will last. Does it run on nuclear power or
what kind of fuel does it even use? Really convenient if it's solar power or whatever, but...
You don't see any solar panels. It probably runs solely off of Squall's edginess.
Fearless.
It's edge powered.
You know, if they were able to develop that kind of energy source in anime, they could just create a utopia, because there's always plenty of edgy characters just thrown in there. I wish we didn't have to fight either. And since apparently Irvin's taking Selphie away from me, I guess I'll have to settle for you.
Or, you know, find someone else.
Stupid plot. No. This is a Final Fantasy, meaning that,
Everything is final?
Well, yes, but it means that the love interest has to be within your party. Except in 15, but... Oh wait, no, Iris was in your party for a while.
Who?
Gladio's sister.
Oh.
And I count her as more of a love interest than Luna. I don't even think they ever speak a full sentence to each other. Alright, but we will call it there. Thank you for watching, and please join us next time.